Looking at the images and watching the video clips of the devastation and the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, I am convinced now more than ever that we need to, in the future, start talking about these storms in a very, very different way. Now, I'm not some global warming alarmist, but what happened to Appalachia, the Carolinas, is more reminiscent of a tsunami than it is a hurricane. And I think we might need to start talking about these storms when they come inland as atmospheric tsunamis. We're going to get into this in today's video, but real quick, I would like to say thank you humbly to everyone who has continued to join us at the Florida Maquis Patreon channel. I know sometimes it can be a very difficult thing to do on your phone, given the type of channel that we have over there. They have restrictions, but upper right hand of your screen, there is a QR code that I've created, and all you have to do is basically follow the little link, and it should take you exactly where you need to go. At the base level, the Florida Maquis Patreon channel is only one single US dollar per month. That's it. Even less than that if you sign up for an entire year. And here's the best part. Hundreds and hundreds of videos to peruse that have never been seen on YouTube. Ever. Hundreds of them. And you have 3 months. And if it's not for you, you can get all of your pledge money back. No questions asked. There's a $1 level, a $5, a $10, a $15. If you can support at higher levels, God bless you. There's a group of videos over there just meant for the $5 and above level. And we're going to start be doing briefings for the 10s and 15s as well. So stay tuned for that. Those of you who sign up at that level, I have no words how much of a difference you are making in my life right now. God bless every one of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it humbly more so than what you could ever know. It was an atmospheric tsunami. Now, I know that's probably a different term used for a different thing. I'm sure there's people already typing. But in reality, what happened is a giant storm spun up into a hurricane over the Gulf of Mexico, sucked up a ton of water, picked it up and carried it over Florida and dropped it like a tsunami from the air over Georgia, Tennessee, South North Carolina, Virginia, and caused an enormous amount of what might be unrecoverable devastation. I've seen videos of, I guess you would call it the earth giving up her dead. The water being so bad that it literally washed away entire cemeteries. An absolutely unbelievable thing. And leading to my next point, if you aren't voting for Donald Trump, at this point in time, something is very wrong with your mind. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that that's the case, but if you're one of these, gosh, I'm on the fence kind of voters, I don't know. At this point in time, with everything that's happening around the world, with Russia and Ukraine, with Israel and now Iran, basically at war with each other, this issue with Hurricane Helene and now the dock workers strike, Kamala Harris just isn't qualified. She's just not qualified to handle this. This issue alone in Appalachia, it's already made it to number 2 as far as deaths behind Katrina, but Hurricane Katrina, back in 2005, affected a very tiny area with a lot of people, mind you. New Orleans, the city of. This storm affected 7 states and took one state and basically closed every road and every bridge in half of it. And it will be so for the foreseeable future. 10 or 12 different states' National Guards are called up for this. It's absolutely unbelievable. And the real story behind all this is knowing that we are in a state of national emergency right now. We have a group of people that are a level of selfish that I have never heard of in my life. These dock workers deciding, you know what? We're just going to make a really bad situation orders of magnitude worse over money. Over money. And I love this picture because it shows just how big of a hypocrite these people are. Machines don't feed families. Support ILA workers. Automation hurts families. ILA stands for job protection. They're anti-automation. The guys who sit in air-conditioned, basically tiny little offices at the top of these cranes and move little levers back and forth and press buttons and switches and watch indicator lights and all this kind of thing, they're against automation. Think about that for just a minute. Do you know how many people lost their jobs when we invented the forklift? Does that mean we should stop using forklifts and start hiring armies of human being men to go in and cut apart these pallets and start taking boxes off trucks? I'll bet you there'd be a lot of guys be good to do it for $400,000 a year. Wait, what? Hold on. Florida Marquis, what? Yeah. Some of these guys make up to $400,000 a year to sit there fat you-know-what on a nice, soft, cushiony seat, pressing buttons and pulling levers. And that's what they do. Now, does it take skill? Sure. Sure it takes skill. Some of these guys, and $82 an hour doesn't even tell the whole story, with overtime and all sorts of benefits out there, you-know-what. And here's some dock workers earn more than $400,000 a year. Some of them earn that to not do anything, to literally just be there. That's how corrupt the unions are, so they can fill the money. And the U.S. government could be doing something about it. The U.S. government could be doing something about it. But they're not. And that's another reason we need to vote for Donald Trump. To put these unions back in their place. Unions were not designed to allow greedy men. In fact, they were designed to do the exact opposite. To allow greedy men to hold the entire country hostage. It's a matter of national security. I think you could explain this to a middle schooler. U.S. federal law, Taft-Hartley Act, that greatly restricts the activities and power of labor unions. You know, there's a lot of people out there right now that are suffering, that are going to suffer a lot more, and for a lot longer because of the greed of these people. They're having to, Donald Trump has already, and I'm just going to say it, he's already exercised more leadership in the last 24 to 48 hours than the federal government has, well, pretty much in the last 4. He got with Elon Musk. They're going to bring Starlink in. He got with Franklin Graham, and they're bringing in semi-loads of stuff. It's a charitable, it's an NGO, non-governmental organization. And they're doing more than the federal government is right now. The vast majority of the guys that are on site are state National Guardsmen. These people that were affected by this already had a very dim view of the federal government. What do you think they're going to think now? Going out now 4 days, 5 days a week. No power. Some people need medications. Some people need prescriptions. Some people require that stuff to be delivered. And these longshoremen cats have decided that they don't like progress. They don't like the idea of automation unless the automation allows them personally to sit on their fat you-know-what and do the least little amount of work possible for a king's ransom. There's a lot of us out here who work every single day doing this and many other things that don't approach anywhere near that. This channel has survived because we didn't have an attitude like these guys do. This channel and many others. Patriot Nurse finally got a video up, and pray for her. Looks like she has absolutely been through a war zone, shell shock. She's probably exhausted, and I don't blame her one bit. Same thing, Lynn Liaz up in Ohio. You can tell where my mind is, right? Someplace warm and sunny. Someplace warm and sunny that doesn't have all of the issues. And Florida, part of us got hit pretty hard, but another part of us didn't. Very, very thankful for that. Check out Lynn Liaz. She's got a really cool new series coming up, Star Mission. It's a Star Trek-based prophecy show. It's very cool. It looks like, based on the trailer, it looks like it's going to be something a lot of fun to watch. So check that out. And those of you who are unaware, brand new World on the Brink, how to prepare. Patriot Nurse. But most of all, I want to say thank you. I really do. Seeing what we're seeing right now, it's very, very important. I've always been taught that when things like this happen and trials and tests come, that we get down on our knees and we say thank you for what we do have. And we look around at all the blessings we do have. And the biggest blessings that I have right now are the folks that have signed up at Patreon. You are literally right now the glue keeping everything together. This channel, the backup channel, the Florida Maquis Alpha site, the Patreon channel, all now working in sync. But you folks over at Patreon, God bless you. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. Just follow the little QR code link. I hope that works for you. And whatever God puts on your heart, you could sure use the help. God bless. Pray for each other. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Pray for those in Appalachia. The Patriot Nurse, Lynn Liaz. Lynn Liaz asked for a specific prayer. I don't want to reveal anything, but there's something going on medically with her. She needs major prayer. Lift these folks up. God bless. Pray for each other. Pray for me. I'll pray for you. Lift each other up. Like, share, subscribe. Join us at Patreon. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Thank you.